Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look on how to create bookmarks in Power BI. We'll create shapes, buttons, bookmarks, and see how you can jump from bookmark to bookmark, showcasing different visualizations on the same report page. Stick around, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and make sure to subscribe. So we are back in one of our latest dashboards that we've created with that SharePoint data, if you remember. And we're going to take a look on how to use bookmarks. So bookmarks work exactly how bookmarks work in a book. So you mark a place or a state of a report in this case. And as soon as you select the bookmark, that will bring you to that page or that state of the report you've bookmarked. Let's take a look because it's easier to see than to understand while explaining the theory. So we will try to create a bookmark button function in Power BI so that when you select a button, specific visuals will show up. And when you select another button, some other visuals will show up in the same report so that you don't have to switch between pages. You only have to click the buttons. So for that, I will create a shape so that it looks a little bit nicer. Let's make a big shape here. And I will bring this shape in the format section to the back. Okay, so that's a little bit too small. Let's make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to center this a little bit. Okay, so this shape looks terrible. So let's tweak it a little bit. Let's make this black, smaller. I don't like this fill. Let's make something lighter. Okay, I think this looks appropriate. Next, we will implement the button function, which is actually a bookmark, but integrated in a button. So in the insert section, I will use shapes because buttons don't have the shape I like. So I will use a rectangle, make it smaller, bring it here. And I want to change this line, make it something like, make it black, 1. And the fill, I would like to have it something like that. And important is that you send this to the back. And also, I want to round the edges. Let's bring this to 15. Yeah, something like that. Looks nice. Looks like a tab. And I will copy this twice because I want 1 for each bookmark I'm going to create. So let's send this one also to the back. This one as well. Okay. The first tab will show me this page where I am. I want to show all data. So I want to put here like a text. But unfortunately, with shapes, I cannot put text in there, which is a bummer. So what I will do is insert a text box. So the text box will say all data, for example. Let's copy and paste that. I will have here data A and then third one will say data B. So I will bring this in here, this one as well, and this one also. And what I will do is I will remove the background for all 3 and also bring them to the back. In the format section, send to back, send to back, and send to back. Now we cannot read them anymore, which is not the purpose. So I will change the transparency of these tabs. So now it's at 0%. If I bring them to 20%, we should be able to see that. I know it's not ideal, but it should do the trick for now. Okay, next I want it to show where I am. So I want this tab to be a little bit darker here so that I can see, okay, now I am in this section. And maybe make the underline text bold, a little bit bigger. So this will be our first bookmark. Let's go to View and activate the Bookmarks pane. There you have it. It will pop up on the right-hand side. Select Add, and this will be our main or all data bookmark. So whenever I select this button, I want it to bring me in this view. For that reason, I have to activate the action for this for this shape. So shapes can have actions. So if you activate the action, you can select what you want it to do. And I want it to bring me to the bookmark. Which bookmark? All data bookmark. Now, what I will do next is I will duplicate this page, bring it next to page 2, and I will change the second tab. So now this tab will not be highlighted anymore. That's why I want to have the normal color. And also this one should be smaller and not bold anymore. But this one should be bigger and bold. And this tab should have the darker color. You can even drag the tab a little bit out so that it's even more distinguishing. And if I want to change the bookmark I just created, I will go back to the page I bookmarked, and I want this tab also to be looking a little bit more outside than the other ones that are not activated. All I have to do is update my bookmark. And for that, go to the Bookmarks pane, select the ellipses next to the bookmark you just created, and select Update. So this now will have this shape looking a little bit outside. Back to our duplicated page with our next bookmark. So now when I select data A, I want it to show me only these two visualizations. So for that, I will delete these two visualizations and create a new bookmark. So select bookmark, rename it data A bookmark. Now, to select the data B bookmark, I'll need to create it in the page 2, which is our main page. Right-click, duplicate. So this one will create another page. And here, I want it, instead of this being bold and highlighted, I want this to be the normal color. And this data tab should be bold and highlighted. And also look a little bit more to the left, like that. And these visualizations here need to go. And also add a new bookmark, which will be data B bookmark. So the issue now is that you can go forward from the main page to the page data A to the page data B. But if you want to go back, you need to make sure that all the tabs are associated with an action. So for example, all data has an action because it was duplicated from the main page. But data A does not have an action yet because it was duplicated from the first duplication. So make sure that you activate the action function on all of your buttons or shapes. So in this case, I need to activate for data A the action property and make it bookmark data A bookmark. Same thing also for this one. So here, data A has no action. It doesn't need actually because it is already in the data A visual. But to be sure, I always activate those. And data B also needs the action all because we now have that bookmark. And also here, bookmark data B bookmark. All data has it, of course. And now in the page 2, which is the main page, the data A needs to have an action. The bookmark needs to bring us to data A bookmark. And the data B tab also has to have the bookmark action to bring us to the data B bookmark. So now let's see how this looks like. So if I select data A, this will show only data A. If I select data B, this will show only data B. And if I select all data, this will show everything. So that's it with bookmarks. Actually, this is the most important function they have, and there are also a couple of things more, like the update function that we already saw. For example, if you change anything, you have to make sure that you update the bookmark. Otherwise, the bookmark will have issues and or show the old state of the report. And you can also select here if you want to bookmark data, display, and so on. So if you change the data, for example, you have it like that, and you bookmark it, every time you select the bookmark, it will show the data filtered that way. But if you don't want that, you can deselect the data function or the data property here in the bookmark, and so on and so forth. You need to play around a little bit with this, but it's a pretty cool and neat trick to make the user experience a little bit more friendly. And I think it looks also great. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Like the video if you did so, subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next one.